talingim oh you Narauro talbalula lembalti karen el malat karang aramata arangalage balwa
malingit to tayo mararukul atal nasabi ilaban ka al tutaw al sil sa nga mo mang 50th episode na Berius el Ice al maral may lulabangan al ang ilal malpuil ikaw ko na celebrate na second year anniversary kita na takotalo umuara sure kit so kumadi hutet te ale mo ang sugira rukul atal malmol malobang kita brutal sure kita na Berius el Ice tararole la daw ay sa isa la riora center kita na Coral Reef Michael kukpes el ice maumsub el doru la pekal sinsulwele ang sabi na kami wala other belaw rukul other care belaw ang mamatangi riora mamokte kana center kit nga rin sense of ownership kami yan el center kita na Palau International Coral Reef Center so kung mamsulang al blaolo bang kita na Tuesday every other Tuesday sa payday week sure kita el alsil sa malti mo kura kadebe kura el alta mas kura chill kada ko na takadasal mo kumakirap to ko nga nangan di alta ko ako na walang sa isa la ay kala conference ma symposium el marari el all time center gitam no kanya te el durok webinar staff el morsel el damotor ngit mong Asia Pacific Coral Reef Symposium makatangar te el tutaw di ba mga tatortal el staff center el nusabri el attender sa el APCRS ra naringin el alir tagit el symposium el alir nusabri el moringi ra balura Singapore mo tiyam naringin last week mle ngaringin June 19 el mo 23 June 23 el dim naringin sila National University Singapore makista kita at tutawa nga rin Director of Research Department ang Geraldine RENGIIL ma-direcal Chief Researcher Center kita Miss IKELAU OTTO ma-direcal Researcher kita ELSEI TELLEI di mo bang al total di mo masatay el presentations ay tira kuk na share kuk perspective or other belaw may kalam subay kita sa belaw and of course nga rin kita kuk pebira collaborators ay kita relevant tril el brother recognizer tier e di kan nga rin session el host rin Timmer Keith el temel tagi del symposium timamuti agit el teale gimo share agit el korado role dirikal setan mo share agit kora highlights matubang takeaways magil dulso podo korang ilay lungit club ledra itagit el symposium leng agit el symposium or conferences ako tal important le kadamong share ay gil ko to sobra balwat kita ko ka-attend kita pipila sessions al direct al lorula pipila palum al pipila at al altang relevant al mura relate ko sa pedal suba pipila taletal malubang ang ideas sa lola mura relate al rapekal seals mang direct al collab al meter bes al scientist mar other lawyer take it al field mang dirikal tang sabihin mo kukuula to collaboration makukurbe bila opportunities sa edat mga L'Oreal Bontirer at ang artegi del Asia Pacific region so elal tutawak maldi mo invite na Miss RENGIIL mangkukura mo share sa ikitale session del host RENGIIL during conference
okay ma'am sulang isinge wit tutaw TEL conference actimum alilwa si TEL conference onge yung 5th tel APCRS conference mbrulo aseng mla moringia 4 others egal conference tiam raninga ulmur sera 2006 pagpatingira scientists educators pagpatingira ada notmak ngayi seguidel goraudas so lo asega tokon migrel belura Asia ma Pacifique marala development egidap to kada nganya da bel meliwek kaigal belwa del concern egida was saying as development is ongoing nganya stress ma threats el moraigal da bela belwa mang part of the reason amo find out egigi del namkat mo kaigal to kan gigrel belu ma solution saya ko tal importante ring saya am lang ulum no self first el APCRS nedim lekme der rudar tal adang ring el time tel alak aluidem lekme del 800 samalat ane participate so the interest is there ma urgency waseng maglo tutelel abodo to sa day kay del gagaros el threats ma stress el moigal tel marine environment read edga ma put solutions el ang tel APCR tel 5th APCRS like you said ang mlangi na Singapore nganya tiam ni gilan nganya last year actually but because of COVID in where the koram le moving in el alir must have mo happen ya center ang nganya kita nganya project del in line with this theme theme del one I got themes del symposium there were 9 of them. So because of that, ya kadam na decide la semi de submit pabilinge del attend the conference, del symposium. There's 2 ways to attend the symposium. Sub ML submit and momrula or presentation malubang poster, malubang way gama makukmlong mlo host rawan our session. So selbuk mle part nga cartel conference, mle nga kam tigat terul adra jaiga, tira gimda kan mur tagi del project sila blur belaw. Amle requested mo host rawan na session amle approved what happens is selbol marekal morning gay gidal protocol carousel session then our other submit abstract til mora some or one of the session hoping was it to get accepted mo either to present or not so atayra la session giblem host ringi amle from science to management integrated approach of science-based management of coastal ecosystems. Lengaring sel project tergidra pabalda bra blue rai mangiwal el gidam root tegidal badenge laurior ni I'm sure tegidal researchers as aril mosma da gelurior loru. So sel session gida one of the 40 sessions take place by lakpok iti TELLEI gidal presentation by iti researchers ang bolo sa da gelbel present session. Elgot ikaman masulang.
Thank you, Tevi. May langi mo askara ELSEI IKELAU ba't mo oras mo da gigidal presentation or tier gigidal presentation or tier amna ELSEI gigidal session ng community host ngi YC. Okay. ELSEI amo sumadi sa okra presentation ngi luro ngi ra gigidal symposium.
So lang singe emalongil total emalongil total mararokol adlorengs so wan lulukoringi singe ma director rengil nga ka researcher at PICRC ang gukmloringi direkal legal mo present ra tel symposium al mlaringira Singapore presentation nga kam legire la omusub alawang tirir adra chahiga maha Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Environment amadire kal adamamra EQPB ma PCC CRE algire la Okobors madangit rabalur belaw lagi omrangal mo I guess el wala olong se ulgira tokora climate change belaw edirekal blue la magi akmle percent algira legal dikom lo mrekalo riora survey ra okobors ra ayray mangiwal Dirakam naringa adamam al Victor Nestor amle percent algira legal dangit rayga gidal blue akti ngora talgibal betok a result result er sige del presentation nga maktimong ya oisel mong hindi kon maray la survey ay ray mangiwal di aktim le present al GERALDINE gal wa ngra padengela kabor sa ngaringi Dirakal kadang makarang ruli mong sabelar adra balura ngimal mairay al malmol mal al survey ay gal o kabor sertir aktiw ay sul mong buto ka apngal matabe al mamegegad mabiut mutul lokobong al ngara al selagay gidal areas magi di malmol mal survey Ndiri akal mea oisel mong wangray gal o kubur siya gal bulu. Di aktim long ya presental morar adra Singapore mar adra bulul ad. Ndiri akal mleungil lang elalta man kloa interest sa o kuburs ma rabulul ad le agi ar adra bulul adam la startal mal aswalt mo I guess sabel Global lang sabel olong sura tokora climate change ma carbon sequestration sabel maigal carbon aigal kora makital yolt al kora tara ula climate change ngul al ruli mondial sal kla tal malel al mara climate rigid ngora dim lai gigid how I say
Mansulang ELSEI. So sige del project ELSEI alta ko member na rin nga sure gid del mlay gid ma director RENGIIL ma gele project coordinator manager Kimura o makadamlo mo el opener say gid el kadamlo rula sure gid el introducer say gid el project malay kay gid el real also ELSEI gid our say gid el project el gid el tokora coastal ecosystem tokora kaburs ma Igagit le bilaar ma tegel adal ko rakya bitara kadrang malubot takya alaol mang igagit climate change tamis abot to kol effects niya ng sa eladol ama dire kal klol mong moklo to ko pa matangit al memeteng mang sigit ya ko na lusuber niya el sending ko ti focus sa igagit project site ra ngiwal mayray sige dalo ko rin was include to TELLEI gagidale AR ma kaburs dire ka related and Marcel mlawan na siya gida lobang kila asa sa blue carbon gagidal low multi gagidal carbon dioxide malubi gagidal el makital tululak dala blue earth el mo oxygen mosabe kida ada uspe mang telgibal ngosura al level sa gidal makital malubang gagidal el carbon dioxide nga malidyul So sa kita ko play project ra ELSEI mega adire kal Victor mo ding brother kal sa lobang gid al sales di kita ko koram la inland lobang gid tagi dal coastal management project manguk mo sa beedel mo nga share man yaklawa interest ma dire kal man to kar other follow up ra ELSEI after presentation it was a good presentation that this was saying nga adal interested and maybe altang sa beil ko collaborate lobang gid or suba gagit el doru rapalwat dire kan niya TELLEI miss IKELAU OTTO dire kan rola presentation ringi makmangwa ol kayong ngulungun momsang mangukmos mo dia kora di brief overview presentation ringi ra sa gitel symposium
Ansulang singin tutaw Janice ma familiar ko orangs most of us mo mga Dr. Miguel so I had an opportunity to present in the session with JICA that Pickwick hosted and the project that I presented was just looking at the data for our long-term monitoring for our marine protected areas that are part of the Protected Areas Network, del PAN. So we started this survey in 2014-2015, and we've been redoing these surveys. So there's about 15 MPAs. We redo these surveys every 2 years. And so we've just completed our third follow-up assessment. So this provides us with a really great data set to see how well all of our MPAs are doing over time. And so this is the work that I was presenting at the APCRS, and kind of tying it into how we can present our work to stakeholders and managers and how they can use the information. So there was some. It's a big project, and there's a lot of really cool information coming out of the data, and it's continuously ongoing. So our next survey is actually in 2025 that we're going to resurvey all of these. But one of the main key points out of my presentation that I highlighted was just the benefits of the size of the MPA. Our results showed that larger MPAs, especially for reef habitats, these areas that are on the outside of the reef, they are actually a lot better in protecting fish sizes. So bigger fish are able to stay in bigger MPAs that are, especially on the fore reef. So that's just one of the results that came out of it that I presented there. And then we showcased just how we present it in our reports. So a lot of times when we write our reports for our MPAs, we make recommendations based on what our findings are to the national and state government, whoever it goes to, and then they're able to read it and be well informed of what's happening and what the results actually mean to them. So that's just some of the things that I presented on, and it was a really great talk. I got a lot of good feedback, and actually we're at a time point now that the data is good enough to make into a publication. So I'm going to start working on publishing this particular results so that it can go into the science community, just to show the importance of MPAs and the longevity of them, long-term protections, and long-term surveying. So it's very important to understand that when we do marine protected areas and we assess them, we can't just survey them once and that's the final answer of what it is, or twice or once every 10 years. It has to be on a consistent cycle so that we can notice these changes and be able to reassess these MPAs and these areas, whether or not they're being effective for their particular need. Some areas are good for NGIMS or IBUL, others are groupers, and so it depends on what they decided to protect it for, and just to see how well they progress through time. So that's just some of the work that I did, and just wanted to highlight that APCRS was a great opportunity. It was really great that a lot of our researchers were able to come on this trip, because it allows us to interact, as you said, with collaborators and possibly future collaborators, and also just to see the different work that's going around in Asia. Things that are similar to us and things that are different. We learn about different methods. So one of the projects that we're working on is clams. So ELSEI is working on a clam project, creating the methods of that. And there was a clam session. So this opportunity allowed ELSEI to go and listen to these different kinds of talks, to address it and see how she can adapt it to the work that we do here. And this goes the same for all of the different projects that we do. So it's a great opportunity for us to do that. We also saw previous staff that are now working in different fields, and we got to reconnect. So it was a really great opportunity all around. Mamsulang.
Mamsulang IKELAU. Magiging lolo ko ya IKELAU ma ELSEI malmlaw ngila opportunity الكذا الشراويلة ذي الملايا feedback ذي قالوا مسا ببيرة تاء لما ببيرة تلتا للسيد الأسبوع المرولة كذا الريلة ذي ربك السيلز ما التنق ذا الأسبوع ذي سوبيا بأس method of doing a certain survey or a certain research tang maybe it's not really expensive at illegal efficient and merigid ma kikidal resources rigid kadam ngal wase ang dagal bla oil nga niya kel tongul so de los berakal sisra balwada leng talgibel atitwa kala takoira olive oil ma shipment el merabalwad mang kadadire kal taala dal mariga kidal balul bedel waikid مسوبك التنقص هذا السوبك كده اللورورة بالوري من هذا الأذاب المال من بالوثق وقذاب تأجست المؤثر كده مع environment كده هذه رقم لي بارتيكل تريب الوقمون الوقمون رجال سيشنز المساعدة تقول solution so what session black attending presenting amle tokoira outreach and education as a vehicle for reef conservation sa gid amle title session ramam at sa gid session ramam me ngara 7 al-adam le presenting el dimsada tokoira reef conservation ma marine agigid el tokoira amsubil athab اللوبن تريان على school مالوبة أدرابلو ما presentation nga kakuktim lam sa other experience sa gidra pela wala say makarang thoryo lobon te adrablu sa top de gidal papier momsu bang makarang to ay sa adrablu mumler nga talalo ay sa tilir la Berius ay mat mal ko ramlo ko ramle tawasan ko na interesting ginawa niya nga kara Singapore sing malak na find it interesting how kumus pa Berius ay sa ko communicate laban tria ko ram baklol as leng oftentimes sa other communicate science sa ada kalbla oil mga taor rule train mo at tira adrabalo mang sige dia dire kal akmil sangar sige de session wa sero kul adam no mlas mel losikolo la sang makarang rule train mo at tira maklol ada longot authority makarang rule train mo at tira migi kala ngal ka school makarang rule train ngal ka school el interested at science al mo pursue a careers in science مملين جيجي ذا البابي سيشن هذا قوق بريسنت الميرو لاجي متقاول سباقات ما قرا بابيير ما إلسي لاجي مرني thing it was so interesting how science and education science education and outreach is very different takoy ayel baby rabalo song you know nga kakukti on sa traditional practice sa gida obvious sa gida say mga other rabalo more activity nguktim la kuspe alwas ndim la ko on sa egal game as a better create el morangal ma maklol adal sa ilo sa like men yet ngarngi alo su so tel game ko ra monopoly style ko ra ngutong monopoly ko ra malakar tang mas gida problem nga solution ko ra way sa gida tele and then I'll nga other waseng makaratos pa ay kali virtual reality el at time sa TV nga ringi tingel adal ko to ay gali ko ra kakals malubang class ko to yung martamdat esel mo mes ringi yung diwa mo mes ringi ramdam mga ringar adal ko kumle trial map pre ang lava balwase makarado batorungin mo waisay mang tigel adal ko dakal sal sorry ngar al sala ta pasabi di ngar al sala classroom or ngar al sala pasyo o mes gagit class wal long to kora oy sige that is virtual reality ma mutel baby ra botokol tokoira ay gagit application so the application ng way gagit apps ng nga ating work kami mga nga adal mrula way gagit المسيل ملؤوبن applications لانه سير هذا المرأة المسؤول وسين قدي هو شاسين را تلقي بالباسوي وسين كانغران مران قراجي كده القرا تقرا machine learning so did last year the learning show كده مصادرة reef cloud سيجي ده الوان collaboration بنتر other center كده بنتر other أستراليا adili kan nalinga taalil attender sa igid ang way gigid el topics ma session ay gigid ya made available el more gigid el symposiums maluban conference ma center mal support tara staff ma lower center attend gigid el conferences lindire kal bida capacity gigid el sabat el mamrula gigid el relief to be more efficient, and hopefully hindi ka sa edel kukmulula pebira a project el kurangan ng ito supo. So ikikiti ako na amle barular tayo del conference dili ko kura highlight or main takeaway nga ka nga matedim na attend rawan na talk at dem na gara reef restoration o iway sa loro nga other aquarium ma other nga to spare sa igid le ko na spy there nga nang klele malal mamaranda ringilin bro lagi kita artificial reef lang dili kalbuto kay kita balura ay siya ako na struggle at ako na maranda reef building adara huli ping amle presente hukmulo say selo lalma maran malubel malas balom el maran dalom grol ya mortality rate ringi 4%. So ko amle survival rate ringi amle 4%. Magiko mabasa ng mamanding ngawal doset wal successor tier mangkukuramlo interesting was nga niya other low success 4% survival rate. Wala sa balgol siya wasel so kumang tamil las malomela umukaraw la 100 tel maranda ang wadi blel 4 legal maranda a survive. Sel tungura well like domestic statistics and it's very low. Hindi ko tungura way gagid al balueng matalitelo low so it's a success to them. So it was very interesting to see how kakaraw sa point of view na other like researcher there, and it was a good presentation lang manap to kakora lessons learned adinakal bato kal other na present sa kay kita engagement laban tira community there and how they do their stuff lang ako pebirabuluang ko at talit-tele la kasi nga ako kaparment ako kumaldaw nga alaro ko let's say kay kita MPA sites there compared ako kita at Pelawa state rule and then national ako this show supporter ngi so ko na nepto kaway kay kita presentations sessions el dulmes kukuram sube kay kita al tokoy. And then just to add on, Singapore mal advanced balu. Yeah, it was a very different experience for me. I've done a little traveling this year, but I've never been to a country mal advanced na technology everything is self-service kada mal ko na turas tawang mga nangi kadikawal skanaklokle makarangi sige so it was a good experience malungila campus or cell school not even one like tawang give out a straw. Yes, and then if ako maras tawang tutu kom ara tutu matamal ana Singapore ati kalmal to ko na rangdi na to ko na conservation to ko na environmental protection and mal clean balo so kung sige da ko kuram na experience na ma-highlight sa kaya tagi del trip ko na member wala bang lala shorkith sumong ko nga rin people so mil on before atong simrin sa mil ko rati
kasi nga dik recognize tirigel adan na uling na make it trip possible more staff center tel partner gidel agency JICA through them most of it tel tribal mo makatmok la mang malswadal mi say in English paluvang I would like to thank JICA for sponsoring this trip to APCRS, the 5th APCRS, and through them we're doing the current project. So very good sponsor and partner. Ral Silbelaw. May gelblel agency silblel mention na ELSEI. Nagmamatma kami rutial uriore. So other recognize certiling efforts certiling dekadil PICRC, efforts IQPB, ma PCC, ma Bureau of Environment nga yung nila MAFE tigay current partners sergid o sisulta met tigay del researchers sergid el merula igal urior ay gaya like you said ay gaya result raw relir hindi kadil por a field del melo luz ababier el margom tangmal to del mora al selbelaw Michael Belao lo alta relir to share with others our fellow scientists at the same time and learn from them. Ida sukal maloy.
Thank you, Teddy.
Sulange singe ma tedi ra malungil takeaway sa takeaway nga ka baimle sak pongya omesa Singapore kumdasol mo belawang al tangat le toka abulur adam la mo omesra adaptation balgul mong already nganiat atal malra tabra blurir mama ada bela ada kal ngangi ay kal te alal sa edalo mesa ngodra teletal al ndal al nguk omesa gelungil sa edal mai sendoran mora mutal bebira development avoid ay gel qora maknit andre kal swakal di mereng asulir adra ayray mangiwal blur ada na mamadang liang orbuko mangrigil ako man masal governor mar adra pan mar adra blu al raganger tir makuk nges hortir mo survey gal blurir dira kal soma mal man survey gal role o kabor sa belaw ak madingin mo ngania klol interest ringi al ngania ate alam ak pay dirakam long yang ngania beber collaborators al interested al di malmal al masub hopefully sa edan wok mutan mongil madangay gal o borsa bulur belaw ngoradim lege de kupal masulang and dirakal shout out to mar adra mayf matigil adan survey ra ay gal o borsa ay malbringal amisa gal use malmasal tigil adan man bring already
Ma'am Sulang ELSEI. So kada mara wala pangalala show rigid. So before we sign off for today, akti di mo ay soy sa gigit el plado nga tedim ELSEI. Ma'am sal tira gigit el RENGIIL local partners sa rigid, state government PAN, Office of the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Environment, tira nga kambarang usulir adara Ministry of Education, mas kamateal in case labantangan ka school, tira kalim na sa bedal, ulman sa edal otisel, school program, mariki dara tayo del conference, RENGIIL based legal standards ra MOE mga tamam sa la te alal direkal malbla oil alar gitan mrula outreach ma education laban tangal ka school direkal wala pa kung si mail alto tao yakti maswakal ay sa sengaringiya announcement talilutog tuwab talgiril sa posisyon na CEO ra senterigid masumtangal nga atal ko ra omtaswa mo o apply tal posisyon ang mas bumiti mo ra website talgid ra www.picrc.org more engel sa vacancy tab ang sabihin matika details agi dira kan poster ngira social media ra Facebook we come di mo ra page ra Palau International Coral Reef Center or at PICRC Palau mesang sige dal announcement ra CEO position mang sabi ra atal masay gidal requirements but ubang process tira mo apply gidal position niya open all time Aktira kadi ora pong simnak madi mo mare at hotel te al mo recognize el Cadel School le participate ra Arts and Tides calendar for year 2024 ngiyam laring three highest participation rates ligang apply calculate the number of submissions over total enrollment ra RENGIIL school mang motabas sula the judge sa tangaral school am lebto karangal kal participate mga ringiya al year am not taliki pa nga angot ourself oil result traffic kal year mag-get school nilo 100% participation rate al school year amno na Angkar Elementary School mong mamsaw la parents, mga students sa Angkar Elementary School, mga clinical teachers, mga principal almost sabi ilaro ko nga school ngayaw enroll al school year submit artwork tier number 2 amno na Ngarat Elementary School 97.22% rangaligid amle participate. So kung ma'am sulang yung Earth Elementary School, sa students, teachers, mga principal. And game lo number 3 school and long usay kidal wal kora ongede Mlora Maristela School with 85.57% students are tiramle participate el year. So gay kidal tril kadel school ay gay amne top schools el participate el year. And then dire kalmalso del happy o kadambo ano sa sal best calendar man May among nga sungar arangal kara kindergarten el alim no sabi del malaya submission ng kindergarten mang malmo talgi will extra lungila calendar kita time ran May 2024 tila ka dingo tate alam mo orang student kay gidel kadel school maro school approval no sabi participate naringiya 1,206 nga lakal participate el year calendar. So kung ma'am sulang arokuy principals, teachers, students and parents luon man sabi adal malmal may gidel programmer gid nga lakal participate mang dimlay kay gid ako na news from our center el Alsils. So mga nga ngot alkarmi malubang nga ngot alsomi will topic malubang ang kora idan nga somi wal south komadi ko la center and sa el consider gigi the recommendations sa kami with the mal Berius el ISE mula sure kid mada ko mal masulang rokuy. And thank you for being with us every other Tuesday for the past 2 years. I think our second year anniversary falls on the 29th of this month. So el Mother's Day nga mag 2 years sa Berius el ISE mo ma'am sulang al malmal mlabang gada rabe kalsils makukulbar nga ba el ISE and the Berius el ISE. O ma'am sulang happy Tuesday and happy payday week.
Talingim oh you Tarawra wartal balula Limbalti Karen El malat karang aramata Arangalage Balwa Magabe